We need a holiday pun though. I know. Let's sleigh ride into these.
Let's slay these, yo.
Hi guys, my name is Kelsey from TheSorryGirls, and today I'm here to show you another DIY gift idea that you probably need for this upcoming holiday season. I have two different ways how to make a chess/checkerboard. They're really easy, really cute, and it's like two different aesthetics, I think. So no matter who you need to find a gift for this holiday season, hopefully we got you covered with this video. And if not, we got a couple other gift week DIY videos this week. So just stay tuned, stay subscribed, and we got you covered. All right, let's get ready to slay these DIYs. Pun queen! So my first DIY is going to be a chess board. It's kind of a little bit of an upcycle, so we actually went to the thrift store and grabbed a chess game. This one wasn't in the best condition, the board wasn't in the best condition, and was actually missing a couple of pieces, but we made them out of clay, so maybe you won't notice which ones are the imposters. So we're going to be upcycling these chess pieces and then making our own new gorgeous board. I started by spray painting the thrift store pieces to give them new life and to match the aesthetic that I'm going for. I'm using a brown and a green spray paint. You can also use found items for this if they kind of make sense with the different chess pieces, or you could carve them yourself if you're super talented, or you could 3D print them, which I thought could be really cool if you have access to a 3D printer. The best part of this tutorial is actually the wood slab base that we're going to be making our chessboard out of. I actually got this wood slab from the home decor store. It's kind of like a charcuterie board wood slab, could be a cutting board, maybe decor piece. Usually we would just go to the thrift store for this type of thing, but unfortunately we struck out this time. There's no cute cutting boards or nice display boards, so we found this for pretty cheap at the home decor store. If you got your board from the thrift store, then you can just copy that size to make it easier for you. We're making one that's a little bit smaller than our usual board to match our unusually small pieces. I did 2-centimeter dashes 9 times to create 8 spaces. I repeated this on every side and then joined the measurements with a ruler. Next up, I use a metal ruler and my wood burner to slowly and carefully engrave the wood. If you don't have one, we will link it below for you. They're pretty inexpensive to grab. But if you didn't want to use an engraver or wood burner, you could do a Sharpie or maybe some kind of inky pen that you could kind of push really hard. But try a wood burning tool. It's a new skill, it's fun, it's very easy, you just have to be careful because it's a little bit hot. After I traced out all of our lines, I started to create the design which distinguishes the different squares. I chose a 3-line pattern on an angle to keep it simple. I burned these lines into the wood the same way that I did the grid. That's it. This looks freaking dope. It's art. It's basically art. And I think anybody you gift it to would really appreciate it because it's really beautiful, it's handmade, and it didn't cost you that much, and it didn't take that long. Next up, we have a DIY marble checkerboard. I mean, a checkerboard and a chessboard are basically the same thing. It's the pieces that differentiate it. So this time, we're gonna be using checker pieces, but they're so much cuter than checker pieces, just saying. The base of our checkerboard is going to be made out of a gorgeous marble. I'm using this tile of marble, which you can get from the hardware store. Figure out how big you want your board to be. A checkerboard has 64 squares, which is 8 by 8. I'm using a pencil and marking each square 1 1/8 and 1/8 wide, and I left 1 1/4 inch border all the way around the edge. Create a grid pattern ensuring there are 8 columns in each direction. You can make your squares as big or as small as you'd like. Tape along your border to prevent any spilling over the edge. And next, trace your lines with any paint pen in any color of your choosing. I'm going to be using gold because I think it's gonna look friggin' gorgeous with this marble. To draw the cross lines, I used a metal ruler to ensure that my lines were perfectly straight. And once I finished the lines, I filled in the squares to complete the checkered pattern, but only obviously every other square on every other line. You know how the checkerboard works, right? It's checkered. I did the first layer with a paintbrush, but then I kind of realized that if you do it with a paintbrush, this metallic paint, you leave a lot of brush strokes and it's really hard to get an even coat. So I ended up switching to a sponge brush. It was a little bit harder because I had to be very precise about where I was doing it, but in the end, this looks a lot better and the coverage is a lot better. Once I've sponged on all of the squares, the board is complete. And for our pieces, I'm using 2 different colored crystals. You can find these at the craft store. They're usually on like a string in the jewelry aisle because they're used for making jewelry, or you can find them at like a rock and gemstone store. Usually they're a little bit more expensive there, but you're gonna get some nice stuff. Just saying, this is a really good gift for anybody that already has like a crystal or a rock collection. They can use those that they already have as pieces for the board. You might just need to fluff out their collection a little bit to make sure that they have enough pieces to play. Finally, we need to make something that's going to help us distinguish when a piece has been kinged, or I mean queened if we're feeling like 2018 over here. We're using some oven baked clay rolled into balls and then flattened a little bit to make platforms for the crystal to sit in. We used the side of a pencil to create a little crevice for the crystal to lay in. Bake in the oven according to the directions on your package. And then you're all done everything you need for this DIY checkerboard. That's all I have for you guys today. I hope you like these 2 boards. I think they are gorgeous, unique, easy to do, and any family member, friend, coworker, whoever you really need to gift for this year is going to love them. They're very special. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you guys like it, make sure that you give it a like. If you love this channel, make sure you give it a sub because we'd love to see you here more often. And that's all for now. See you next time. Bye. Tomorrow. See you tomorrow for more DIYs and gift ideas. Goodbye. Ho, 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 ho.